Internship video number 3. Students will be able to summarise key skills that they have learned during the MBM. I've been able to develop a contextual related analysing skills. So instead of looking at the face value, I'm looking at the broader interactions between facts or trends and assorts. Facilitation, as well as intercultural communication and collaborative skills are also important skills that I've learned during the MBM. How I've developed these, the analysing has developed from realising that it's not necessarily about like putting in some sort of values next to pest or SWOT analysis. It's about synthesising the influences and the factors that collectively determine the state or a situation of a company or an organisation or any sort of variable. Facilitation skills has developed from just a mindfulness and just awareness that of people have different perceptions, and it's particularly exhibited in when there's language barriers and different cultural stuff. So it's all about just making sure you go through the right formalities and doing this sort of reflection and checking in and establishing, like, are we all on the same page or have we hit a road bump? I guess this leads into a hurdle that I've also faced during the MBM. Intercultural communication comes from awareness of biases and organisational cultural phenomena that are involved with working in diverse groups. So it's about being able to choose the right language and actually make sure and remove some of the assumptions that are very common in the workplace. Collaborative skills come from the fact that we've had 16 papers, and for 15 out of 16 we've worked with a group of sort of 3 to 7 other people. So it's just that organic thing that collective prosperity cannot come from an individual's action, and you just need to be mindful that what I can offer is not, it will not never match what a group of people can offer. So it's just about like putting people in perspective and putting them kind of, I guess, into their place and realizing that there's no iron team. It's pretty much that. The hurdles that have had to overcome is realizing that there is no iron team and that I can't do it all. Nor should I do it all, because it actually removes the opportunity for others, and it's actually a very toxic and negative sort of way to engage in any sort of collaborative opportunity. Another hurdle is choosing my battles. So what I define as like the right procedural correctness is different to others, and just need to accept that. And it's kind of like a good sort of realization, because in the tertiary and in any sort of like education environment, if you complain enough, something's going to be done about it. But that's not necessarily the right way to do it, and you just need to be aware of like all the feedback loops that happen. Another hurdle is engagement. So in my undergraduate science, it's not something that's encouraged nor demanded. So it's certainly like actually being able to put my hand up and be like, oh yeah, this is something, that's something that I've overcome, and it's what I'm like now is different, a lot different than what I was like as I started the MBM. Another hurdle is understanding that each individual has something different to offer, and you can't just assume that if I can do this, anyone else can do it. So it's just about that reflective sort of skills. Also, finally, another hurdle we've had to overcome is, of course, realizing that there is actually a really important process to undertake for like the for discussion for the internship. We ended up with something that had no commercial value, but that was because we took something that was we had that discussion at the start. We took that and we based everything off that, but it was actually more about what we should have done is had a regular discussion, that interaction where we actually would have been able to refine and work out exactly what it was and what exactly the organisation was hoping for. And this was actually different than what we were able to offer. So that was an important hurdle. And so it was actually a really good learning experience also. 3 changes in my personality that was just me in finding a job after the MBM is that I've become more assertive and as well as more thoughtful and mindful. So I'm more confident to provide my insight and perspective and actually make sure it actually adds some value. A final change in my personality would have to relate to the fact that I think I'm a bit more balanced. So I'm looking at the broader issues and I'm not getting caught up with sort of the specific stuff, and I'm looking at that holistic sort of approach. And this is kind of where I really developed an interest in facilitation and organisational culture. So to summarise, assertive, thoughtful, and balanced. And all in all, it's actually been quite a good experience.